I'm trying out a potato crusted quiche with crispy onions on top. If there's one thing I keep saying over and over again, it's don't be afraid to cook. And there was a lot of people online doing stuff with potato crusts. And I was intrigued because I'd never done that. So even the most experienced professional cook has to try things out. It's called recipe testing for any great cookbook or anything like that, or something for a restaurant. And I could have tested it out beforehand, but instead I'm doing it right here on video. One, you're going to get an idea of something that you can make yourself that's really delicious. And two, it also shows you, yeah, things don't exactly go correctly, but it still comes out okay, and you learn for the next time. And that's what this is. It's a learning process. It's a creative process. And what's great is that you're working with food. So even if it's not perfect, you're still going to be able to feed your family. I'm starting with a simple bag of white potatoes. Put them in the water and let them boil. Then I need my trusty ricer. I love this little ricer. It's a must for any kind of mashed potato situation. I also advise that you pick up these pre-cut parchments. They are great for baking. So back to the ricer. So you put the potato that has been boiled in the ricer. Now remember, I'm kind of improvising this, figuring this out as I go. I didn't peel them. Why would I? They're small potatoes. So I took the little brown skins that come out. See, okay, so you go in the ricer, right? And you have the skins kind of go to the bottom. But I thought, oh great, I'll make that the crust because potato skins make a crust. So it seems like a no-brainer. Whereas the meat of the potatoes are what I'm ricing in the middle, and that will eventually become the base of the crust. And you've got to have a little bit of muscle, which is fine because, you know, I'm over 50 and I need to work on my muscles. So get all of that out there. Periodically going in and scraping it out. And I'm adding a little bit of olive oil because I was like, oh, is it getting a little dry? I think it's getting a little dry. And some kosher salt. Now I'm starting to press it down. Most I was using my fingers, and then I thought, what is the best tool for this? Maybe I should try something else. Yeah, I'll get a spatula. How about that? Again, making it up as I go along here. But I was fine with sort of rustique crust of the potato skins. Now I'm going to blind bake this for 20 minutes, cleaned out my ricer, which is very easy. And while that's cooking, or baking rather, I'm going to do my other prep for the quiche part. So we've got the onions. I had Parmesan cheddar. You can kind of use whatever cheese you want. It's come out. Okay, so far so good. Crust is looking good. And I'm doing it in a tart pan. I could have made a thicker one. I don't know, I just feel like doing a thinner one. Thicker one might look more presentational. But I was also thinking, if you were going to serve this to a party, you're making little slices, serve it with green salad. Of course, tonight, as usual, I'm making this to feed my children dinner. And then I had this chimichurri sauce. Chimichurri is one of my favorite flavor profiles. But if you don't have that, this is, you know, parsley, garlic. You could use anything to give it a little kick. You could use red peppers. It's also a great cooking hint to make a sauce every couple of weeks that you can have on hand, or some kind of savory relish, because it's nice for quick meals that you can add it to it. So I've got the cheese drizzling. Now, any normal quiche, this is what you do. You put the cheese or the bacon or so forth on the bottom. Then you're going to mix the milk and the eggs. And again, I was spitballing here. So I did 6 eggs and, I don't know, 2/3 of a cup, 3/4 of cream. It was too much. I should have done 4 eggs, half a cup of cream, as I did have it left over. And it's a thin pan, so I wasn't really thinking ratios there. I left my immersion blender and then pour it on. Now, I don't know if you're noticing what I did wrong here. What did I forget? There's a prize if you remember it. No, there's not really a prize. Bragging rights? That's right, the onions. So I put it in the oven, started to cook it, and went, wait a minute, the onions. So I browned the onions, and then I put them on top. So when it came out, see, that's part of the brown on top is, and it's funny, it was a mistake, but I didn't mind it. It was actually kind of tasty. Now, it was a little hard getting that crust out. It stuck, even though I oiled the pan. So might need a little bit of engineering on that, but it was tasty. So when I do it again, I'll remember to put the onions in for one thing. Both of my kids liked it, and it goes pairs really nice with a green salad. If you give it a try, let me know how it works out. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep trying. Please hit like and subscribe to get more videos about how you can cook for yourself and your family.